testing. I believe I am live. What's going on? Hopefully everyone can see and hear me. If you guys don't mind in the chat, let me know if you guys can see and hear me. Switch it. There we go. All right. I like it like that. So we'll just wait a few minutes here for everyone to jump on. It looks like Valencia is on right now. Thank you so much for joining, Valencia. And I'll just wait a little bit. Hopefully everyone can hear me. If you could, please chat. Hello, Samantha. How's it going? So excited to go over credit building options, the vetted options by Credilife. So I'm really excited to be going through this webinar here. And I'll just wait maybe 1 to 2 minutes before we actually get started. Just want to make sure everyone can see, but can't see you. Yeah, I'm in the, can you see at least the PowerPoint though, Samantha? You should be able to see the PowerPoint. Let me know if you can, oh, that's odd. You might have to refresh then. There might be some sort of something happening. Let's see, here we are. It says we got some people on, great. Just gonna wait a couple more minutes here. All right. Valencia, are you able to see the PowerPoint? If you don't mind maybe replying and let me know if you can see. Okay, good, that's good. Yeah, Samantha, there might be just something happening on your end. If you don't mind, maybe like log out, log back in or something, or maybe refresh, and hopefully that fixes it. I am using a new software, so hopefully, okay, boom, I like it, sweet, awesome. All right, okay, cool. So we're gonna get started, and what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna go through the presentation. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Just know that I might not answer them till the end of the presentation, okay? I don't have a crazy ton of slides because I don't want to overwhelm everyone, but what I am going to go through are the Credilife vetted options for credit building, all the way from poor and fair credit up until good credit, okay? I'm going to spend more time on the poor and fair and up, less time on the good, only because I'm going to be doing another webinar for our clients when it comes to credit card hacks. And when you actually have good and excellent credit ratings again, if you're interested in how to obtain the higher limit cards with flyer miles and how to do all those certain things, I am actually going to be doing a webinar just for our clients on that soon. So really, really exciting. Once again, not to get anyone into debt or into trouble, obviously, and having too much credit available. But, you know, people have goals like wanting to travel and things like that. So I want to help you get to those type of goals. And so that's going to be something we'll be going through another time. But here we go. Let's get started. So this is something that I've gone over a lot in my previous webinars, and it's called, you know, when I look at credit building, to me, that equals your future buying power, okay? And so a lot of people, when they're going through this process, obviously they're starting in poor or fair credit standing, and they're looking to build and improve upon their credit so they can be approved for either a mortgage, more buying power, other credit cards, things like that. Oh, okay. Yep. Please try doing that. Hopefully that works. But so one thing I want everyone to know as a rule of thumb is typically when you're in this program, you're going to want to obtain at least 3 to 5 active revolving accounts, which we will help you do that. You know, lean on the Credilife coaching team to help you on when to open up accounts and which accounts to open at the right time, because everything that we provide to you is going to be done in a way to make sure you're doing it that's going to maximize your FICO score improvement potential. But then more importantly, it's going to be getting your credit profile in a better position for better accounts in the future. So you're not always stuck in like that poor to fair credit type accounts that have, you know, obviously annual fees and higher interest and things like that. So when you are in a poor or fair credit standing, you kind of have to bite the bullet and get those types of accounts. But there's certain strategic accounts that we want to apply for. But then once again, as you start improving your credit profile strength, there's going to be those better accounts, those forever type accounts that grow with you in your credit profile. And that's what we want to help you guys get. Also, at least you want to have at least one installment account. Okay, so installment account is a student loan. It's an auto loan. A lot of times people have a self-lender. That's a phenomenal account. I'll be going through that. But you want to have at least one installment account, okay? Real estate account can be very beneficial. to your credit profile, actually, because it has a high ranking account. And so a lot of our clients have this goal. So actually, that is an account that will help you in your future and overall building your credit profile strength. A lot of times, once again, that's a goal of our clients, which we help our clients do all the time. But once again, for your future and just knowledge in itself, it's going to help you further your credit profile strength on your own just by making those payments on time, which is really cool. Once again, access to better accounts, cashback rewards, flyer miles, things like that. So we really want to help our clients, if that's a goal of yours, to get to that point and access those better types of accounts, okay? And remember this, I want to end on this, at least with this slide. Always work with our team before applying for anything. We're not trying to make it difficult on you at all, but work with our team because that's what we're here for. We're here to provide you the direction on when you should apply, what account you should apply for, and how to manage it. So lean on us to help you do that. And you got to ask questions. If you know you're in the program and you're wondering, hey, what should I be doing now? Just reach out to us and we will definitely respond and help you with that. And what we do is we actually upload certain accounts into your client portal with explanations on how to do it. And we'll also reach out to you via phone in a coaching session to walk you through that and explain that over the phone so you truly understand. So we provide you the links, the instructions, the education, everything. Okay, so definitely lean on us for that. Perfect. All right, so we're moving on to the installment account. So in this one, a lot of times when someone comes to Credilife and they're working on their credit, self-lender really is a nice account. And I want to explain more as to why. Well, one, obviously it's an installment account, right? So if you are lacking in credit depth and having an installment account, this is definitely a really great option to open. Here's why I personally like it. On top of building credit, knowing that we're a financial wellness company, I definitely believe in savings. And so if we can access this account, obviously, and get approved for it, you can choose anywhere from $25 a month to $48 a month. And at the end of your term, you're going to get those deposits back. And what happens is along the way, it reports as an installment account with that positive payment history. But more importantly, on top of that, for credit building purposes, you now have created a savings. And that's huge. So it's like two birds, one stone, right? Great opportunity to build credit depth, building positive payment history on an installment account, which is huge. And you're building up a savings account that then you get back at the end of the term. Really, really cool. Now, one thing that I want to note that I put here right before I just said note, it's not necessary, just so you know, it's not necessary to do the higher dollar amount option, the $89 a month option, just because even though you might be paying more per month on that account, the difference between that balance and the 48 or 25 really isn't that much in theory. So there isn't really an additional positive impact to your overall credit scores by doing that. So a lot of times it's better to choose the $25 option or $48 a month option, just because one, you're still building up the positive payment history and you're still building up that savings, but you're not necessarily over leveraging your monthly into something that's not going to benefit you thinking that you may be thinking it is. So it still helps you, but you probably don't need to do the $89 a month option. Perfect. All right. So now we are going to be going over the retail line of credit. And so a retail line of credit is like a store card, right? So Walmart, Kohl's, all these different ones. Community Bank is a really large lender for a lot of these, store accounts. Now for us, a lot of times if you're starting, once again, we're going to start from poor and fair credit and work our way up. A lot of times the better options is either going to be Fingerhut or Hut and Chase, and I'm going to explain why. The biggest reason why for Fingerhut is they have two different options, okay? So if you have a 500 FICO or higher, you are in a good position to qualify for their Fresh Start program or their Advantage line of credit. Now, I'll explain the difference between the two. The Fresh Start program, basically what they're doing is it's like it says, it's a fresh start, right? It's a second chance in a way. And so with this, you get approved. At first, it is technically, or it reports as an installment account, but they're still lending you a line of credit. So typically that line of credit is around $180, that initial amount that you can use for your initial purchase. I typically recommend making a purchase between $80 to $100. That's what we recommend to our clients. And when you do this, when you choose something to purchase on, it's an online based store. When you do this, you're going to make an initial $30 payment into the account. So that's your very first payment, actually, and you have to pay it. It actually goes towards the balance. So you're not paying an annual fee or anything like that. It's not a fee. You're just making a purchase towards, or a payment towards the purchase. And so then the remaining balance, what you want to do is wait for the first full billing cycle to go through. And once that's happened and you've actually generated a billing statement, you then work towards paying off that balance in full. Once you have paid off the balance in full, it flags your account to graduate. And what you're going to graduate to is the Advantage line of credit, which is huge. Now, some of you may get approved for the Advantage line of credit right away, and it really depends on your credit status at that time or your credit profile. But either way, this is awesome. Now, with the Advantage line of credit, this is like the secret sauce I'm giving you guys right now. You got to follow this to a T. When you open up this account and you get the Advantage line of credit, whether it be from fresh start to graduation or Advantage right away, what you're going to want to do, and this is a little bit different than how we coach on other accounts, you're going to want to make a purchase that's 30% or less, ideally less, of your overall available credit limit. And then what you do is you set up payments to have it paid off within 4 payments, 4 monthly payments, okay? And if you can do that in exactly 4 payments, what happens, well, after 4 payments, but aim for 4 because you want to game for time here as well. Typically what happens is that when you pay that off within 4 payments, it flags your account for automatic review for a credit limit increase. Literally, Fingerhut has been known to increase credit limits 3 to 4 times in 1 year when you get started. So you might go from $180 fresh start, you would graduate to the Advantage line of credit, they bump you up to $300 to $500, and then before you know it, in your first year, you're at $2,000. That's huge, guys. Seriously, everyone, think about that. In a matter of a year, you went from 180 to 2,000. I'm just giving you guys random numbers, but they're pretty accurate to what happens. That is huge for your overall credit profile strength. Remember, when you're building your credit, the goal with revolving accounts is to build up overall available credit while still maintaining low balances, right? So the more that you can open up and still maintain the least amount of balances does a huge thing for you. One, you're increasing your credit profile strength because you have more available credit. You're also maintaining low ratios, which is great for FICO credit scores. So you're improving FICO credit scores. And then more importantly, your credit profile strength is improving for better accounts. That is the key. You're improving your credit profile to then be approved for better accounts. So you don't always want to forever be stuck in the Fingerhut, the Hut and Chase, the secured cards, and all these things, right? Fingerhut's huge. I love Fingerhut, but it's great for someone who's in that port of fair and looking to build. It's a tool to help you build, and a very effective tool. Also, Hut and Chase, all right? Hut and Chase, I really like Hut and Chase. I'm going to explain Hut and Chase. I know there's a lot more talk about Hut and Chase recently than there has been in the past. I'm just going to explain how it works. Now, this is really good for anyone that, I mean, if you can afford, if you're starting out, or if you're still in, I'd say like a 620 or less consumer-based score on your online credit monitoring, I would definitely look into Hut and Chase. And the reason being is that it's a guaranteed line of credit of $1,500, which is huge. Right out the gates, $1,500 line of credit, right out the gates. No credit inquiry. There's no negative impact to applying for this account. There's no inquiry. So it's huge. They do a soft pull. They do not do a hard pull. Then what you do, this is how they're a tool. They have to make money, they're a business. This is how it works. It's essentially $180 to obtain this line of credit. So like instead of a secured credit card that you would secure for like $200, right? Well, here you're going to pay a financing fee of $180, but you make it in payments. So what you do is you set it up for the $30 a month payment. And when you do that, because you're making at least $30 a month payments towards the account, they report to the major credit bureaus. Now, right now, they only report to 2. They are working on Experian for a third. But if you have a goal of being approved for a mortgage, you really want to focus on one, obviously improving your overall credit profile, but you really want to pop up that middle score. This will effectively do that. So because reporting to two bureaus. So if you think about it, you have three bureaus, right? Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. And when you apply for a mortgage, it's one of the few types of loans where this happens. They pull from all three bureaus as a data resource. The FICO algorithm is ran. You have a credit score for each. And what they do is they take away the top, they take away the bottom, and they base your loan off that middle score. That's what gets you in the door. That's what your interest rates are based off of, okay? So what's nice about the Hunt and Chase, once again, is the fact that you can pop up your middle score. And they still report to Equifax and TransUnion. Equifax is one of the largest bureaus of the three. So you're putting yourself in a very good position still for your goal of mortgage approval. There's no inquiry. And you're still putting yourself in a great position for obtaining better accounts in the future. So these are two great accounts I would definitely recommend opening up if you're starting, if you're still in or starting in that port of fair credit standing, okay? If you, now once again, for any of these accounts, if you're interested in knowing, hey, should I open this? Please don't go out there and just start Googling and applying and doing these things. We're the gatekeeper. Look at us as the gatekeeper. Just reach out. I'll explain at the end how to do that so we can effectively get you what you need. And we also want to make sure we're not just shotgunning and getting everything we can, because that could also negatively impact us. But I want to explain the benefits because there's some really cool things about these accounts. All right, awesome. So now I'm going to go over the secured credit card options, okay? There's really right now only about 4 that I personally like and that I recommend for Credilife, being the CEO and co-founder, for our clients, okay? And this can easily change over time because there's new companies and all these things, but as of right now, this is the ones that I feel make the most sense for our clients. So first, we have Merrick Bank, okay? Merrick Bank, the reason why I like this account is you start out by putting $200 down as your initial deposit, but they increase your limit more rapidly than other secured credit cards. And it also helps improve your overall debt to limit ratios and overall scores. So what that means is you essentially graduate with the Merrick Bank to an unsecured. It's guaranteed as long as you make your payments on time. Whereas other secured credit cards, that's not something like, for instance, First Progress, I'll talk about. That's more of like the last ditch effort account. That's still really good, but it's only if these first 3 don't work. But America is going to graduate to an unsecured, so it's huge. It really is. Typically, it goes from 200 to 700. Okay. Unsecured credit line increases after the first year account will be regularly reviewed for credit limit increases moving forward with no additional security deposit required. Now, this is an account where you don't get your deposit back. You are putting that deposit, and they're going to, because they graduate you, but it's still an absolutely phenomenal card for this purpose. Flexible credit line, the amount of your deposit will determine your initial credit line. So up to $3,000 and increase your credit line anytime with additional deposits. And that's during the initial starting period. Now, I put that in just because I want you guys to understand the facts and what's available. But once again, I typically don't recommend our clients do more than the $200. And the reason being is that, one, we know it's going to, if you make your payments on time, we know that it's going to upgrade to an unsecured. And that's really what we're looking to do. I don't want our clients to spend too much money on certain things. We want to be strategic with your finances and making decisions when it comes to money management in a way that's going to help you get to your goals faster, okay? So I would recommend just doing the initial minimum requirement of a deposit for Merrick Bank to 200. Another really great secured credit card option is the Discover Secured. So I really like this account. Discover's been great lately. I mean, we've been working up with Discover here for a while, not directly, obviously, but we've been monitoring them for a while, and we've been recommending Discover a lot more. I'd say the past year to 2 years. Really, really good. So the way this works is you have a minimum deposit of $200 to $2,500. Once again, I'd start out with a lower deposit, $200 to $300. But this one actually right away provides cashback rewards on all purchases. So it's already something that you can start, getting some sort of rewards on. Now, once again, we don't want to play that game at first, really, because everything we're doing in this phase is about maximizing our results in FICO credit score improvement, right? But you still get cashback rewards. That's awesome. Automatically reviews your credit card monthly, starting at 8 months. to check eligibility to return your initial deposit. Huge. So if you maintain positive payment history and you manage this account correctly, that's going to be a great option for you. After the 8 months, you have a good chance of getting that back. So it's absolutely amazing. I love that card. Capital One Secured card is another really good option. They have a refundable deposit as well of either $49, $99, and $200. I basically look at the Capital One Secured card as like a hybrid card, because what you do is when you apply, obviously it's a hard inquiry after the pre-qualifying link, and then you apply for the account, and it's going to be based on your credit profile and their qualifying, and that will determine that initial required deposit. And so $49 might get you $200 limit, so it's a hybrid, but still a really good option. And access to a higher credit line by making your first 5 monthly payments on time. So another graduate type card, really, really cool option if you're recommended by your coach to open up a secured card. Valencia, I'd love to answer that. How many credit cards should we have to build credit? Once again, you're going to want to, and work with us on this, 3 to 5 is the goal throughout the initial phase of your program. So if you have any specific lending goals like mortgage approval, auto loan approval with low interest rates, lowering insurance premiums, because credit maybe had higher premiums in the past, things like that, we're going to want to work towards 3 to 5 in this program on top of repair and all these other things to then really put yourself in the best position to maximize FICO score improvement potential. So 3 to 5. Samantha, does Discover graduate to unsecured after 8 months? It should, yes. So what happens is after the 8 months, it does the eligibility to then return your initial deposit. At that point, it's no longer a secured credit card because you have that back, and it's now technically unsecured because you got that deposit back. Okay, and last thing that we're going to go over is first progress, at least on this slide, okay? This is the last option, okay? I know people's opinions of first progress vary. This is why. They say it's a fully refundable deposit, but you have to close the account to get it. So that part sucks, honestly. But when you are in a situation, like let's say you've gone through a situation, you have multiple charged off accounts and collections, and maybe you've burned some bridges. Maybe you've burned Merrick. Maybe you've burned Discover. Maybe you've burned Capital One. You've already had some issues with these certain creditors. Well, in this case, we would recommend First Progress because, remember, we want you to be approved. The last thing we want you to do is apply for something and get denied. That's a waste of an inquiry, and it hurts you, and we didn't get any benefit from it, right? So that's a big reason why, First Progress, if it's ever recommended by a coach, it's because we know that you're going to get approved for it, and there's certain things going on with your credit profile that's really the only option available based on the current credit status and what we're looking to accomplish, okay? So still a really good account. They report to all 3 major credit bureaus. That's why we like them for this purpose. It does have the fully refundable deposit after you close it. So typically what we do here, we look at this as like a bridge account, just like the Hutton Chase, actually. I should have brought that up before. Hutton Chase and First Progress. Our goal is to help you get the accounts and the credit profile that you need over time, typically within 6 to 12 months. And then we would then close the First Progress and or Hutton Chase. Very rare do we recommend that. That's the reason why you probably see in the groups that we never recommend that, because we don't want to have that information out to the masses without any context as to why. This is for our clients now. It's because of that. It's a bridge account only to help us get to the next level, and it's not a forever card. So Hutton Chase and this First Progress would be something we'd recommend to close at the right time. Perfect. All right, now we're moving on. Unsecured credit card options for fair credit standing. Now, this to me means at least, I'd say 620 or higher within your online credit monitoring, okay? That will give you kind of good baseline just to kind of think about it. One, you got the Capital One Platinum, so unsecured credit card option. This also, just like the Capital One Secured, after 5 monthly payments on time, you have access and may qualify for a credit limit increase that fast. Awesome. That's what it's all about. Building overall available credit. Remember? Great account for that. And there's no annual fee. Huge. It's amazing. So really, really good option when you have fair credit, and we're now entered into the unsecured arena and get these better unsecured credit cards. So really good option. With that, there's also the Capital One Quicksilver. So a little bit different on the Capital One Quicksilver is you get the cash back on everyday purchases. So there is a benefit there. The flip side to that compared to the Platinum is there is an annual fee, $39. So that's what you're getting. You're getting cash back, but because of that, you're paying an annual fee. Whereas Capital One Platinum, you get the increase just like Quicksilver. You get that increase every 5 months, or you qualify after the first 5 months, I should say. Apologize. But because of the cash back, they're doing the annual fee. Both great options. Once again, when you're in fair credit standing, you're looking to build, those are great options. And you actually qualify for both separately. So you can have both. And then would be Credit One. So Credit One, I really like Credit One, and I'll explain why. Everyone's opinion is going to be different, but I'm going to explain to you, as to my opinion as an industry professional, why I like Credit One. Here's why. They are aggressive with increasing credit limits. Okay? Yes, there are times where they will offer to increase your credit limit, and there's a fee for it, like $14.95. Okay. Well, hey, if you're wanting to build your credit as quickly as possible, and maybe you've burned a bridge at Capital One, or you're only able to get one Capital One, and we still need to get one more unsecured credit card, Credit One really is a great option. And so I would definitely look into that. And also, I really like their pre-qualifying link. Credit One, what they've done with their pre-qualifying link is really nice. And a lot of times, if you come back and it states that you have been pre-qualified, you have a very high probability of actually being approved. Where other pre-qualifying links and pre-qualified mailers, it's not that way. They've only pulled limited information from the credit bureaus as a data resource to say, hey, based on this, we think you might be approved, basically. Credit One accesses more information, so actually paying for more data, and they're giving you a better pre-approved option. So it's actually more accurate and make you feel a little bit more comfortable to actually apply for that. So yeah, no, it happens. It happens. But that's why I like Credit One. They aggressively increase credit limits for free with positive payment history, but then also for sometimes fees. But regardless, it increases greatly like a finger hut, and I love it. That's huge. Remember, it's all about building overall available credit. Perfect. All right. Now we are entering into good credit again, right? We're like 680 plus, 700, low 700s with our consumer-based scores. We're getting in there. We're getting in there. We're feeling good. We followed the plan. We got 3 to 5 active revolving accounts. We've been making payments on time, low balances, low ratios. You're following our guidance. We've been working on repair. All these great things are happening to you and your credit profile right now. Boom. You have opened up the options to be approved for unsecured credit cards for that good credit standing, okay? Here are the ones that I'd recommend to look into. First one, and we can help you with this, so don't just jump into this and prematurely apply, but Discover It card is awesome. It really is. I've had many clients. In fact, today, just today, I had a client that I recommended doing the Discover It card, and she got approved for $7,500 limit. Her mouth, she was like, she was just blown away. And I just knew, based on her credit profile, she followed all the steps properly. She's working with us. The repair's happening. She's been working with us for like 8-9 months, so it takes time. Really does. It does take time. But in theory, a lot of times, 6 to 12 months is not that long in theory for how long a lot of times it took up to having bad credit. So 12 months or less to get this is awesome, honestly. But it was huge. She was just blown away. And that is buying power right there. I mean, let that sink in. $7,500 limit. You're in the game now. You have buying power back. Now, once again, I'll stress this. When you get to this point, don't get crazy with it. And all of a sudden you get a high limited card and you're going, oh my goodness, this is exciting. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You have to pump the brakes and fight back those urges, because you still want to have financial discipline. You still want to have money management in place. There's other things involved, as you all know. But this is huge. Think about it. You got buying power, right? So this is where you start entering in. Look at this, 5% cash back. Each quarter, they do 5% cash back on certain places that they let you know about. 1% cash back on all other purchases. I mean, it's huge. Capital One Saver is actually a really good one out right now too. They do 4% cash back on dining and entertainment. Not that I promote that you guys do that all the time, but obviously we're human. We want to go out to eat and go see movies. It's fine. I'm not saying you can't do those things. It's just, it's cool. You get some cash back, still maintaining low balances, low ratios. But I think that's really cool. 2% cash back at grocery stores. That's another reason why I like the Capital One Saver. I mean, obviously people go shopping for groceries, and if you get 2% cash back on that, that's awesome. It really is. And 1% cash back on all other purchases. So really, really good card. I like that card a lot. And then the last one is the Chase Freedom card. And the reason why I like this one account, if you're getting back in that good credit standing, is they do 1.5% unlimited cash back on all purchases. So the reason why I brought that up is a lot of like even Discover and Capital One, there's certain, in almost every other one, they have certain limits on certain rewards. And that's, I mean, it's fine. Rewards are rewards and they're great, but sometimes they have limits. Chase Freedom is 1.5% unlimited cash back on every purchase. So that's huge. Now think about it, and I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves right now, but just I want you to think about this. You've gotten to the point, right? You started, you had poor credit, you're getting through this. We're working on repair, you're working with the coaches, you're building up, we're doing all these things. But along the way, you're learning, right? You're motivated. We're holding you accountable. You're learning. There's education involved. And that's why I love what we do so much, because you're naturally starting to realize the benefits of maintaining good credit and what that means to you in your life and your goals. So that's why I like to promote these type of things with our clients and not forget about it, is these are the perks that most people are looking for. And I want to help our clients get to this, because now you don't need the finger hut, right? You don't need the hunt and chase. You don't need that hybrid secured card, certain things. Now, once again, there's certain ones that will grow with you. You want to maintain that. But this is where we can start being strategic and maintain the accounts that we actually want with higher limits. And think about this. When you have higher limits, it's easier to maintain low ratios. When you have a $300 or $500 limit, 1 to 3% of that's not that much. You know what I mean? When you have 7,500, that amounts more. So you still want to work within your budget on those things, but it's easier to maintain lower balances, which means it's easier to maintain having a stronger credit profile for buying power. So absolutely cool stuff, okay? Yes, Valencia, love it. Absolutely love it. Samantha, yep, I know. It's awesome. It really is. And so I'm going to be jumping in here, just a couple more slides. So what's next? After all this great information, what do I do? So I want to remind everyone that's an active client at Credilife right now. Do not, I'm going to send this actually out. It's going to be available as a replay. I'm going to put this into our VIP group only, so you can go back and watch this and reference back to it. But remember, reach out to us. What is the best way to reach out to us? Email support@yourcreditlife.com is perfect, because it goes to our entire team and it's monitored daily during business hours. Your client portal. So if you go to yourcreditlife.com, you log in with your credentials, and you can add a note. If you want to be like, hey, maybe it's Samantha. Hey, it's Samantha here. Watch the webinar. Or, hey, I was wondering about this. Is there anything that I could be doing right now for credit building? What do you advise? What should I do? I mean, that's what we're here for. Utilize that. Or if you're more of, hey, pick up the phone and call, which is great. You can call our client helpline at 612-444-3411. 612-444-3411. Give us a call Monday through Friday during business hours, 8 to 6 p.m., and someone should answer, and we can help you right then and there. Or if it's something we can't right away, we need to do some research for you, then we'll schedule the follow-up call. So we really want communication. We love to help our clients, but really look at us as the gatekeeper for that, because we want to make sure you open up the right accounts. We want you to be able to apply with confidence. That's so important. I mean, it really is, to be able to apply with confidence. There's nothing worse, not to be negative, there's nothing worse than applying for something getting denied, right? It's not fun. So we want to help you apply with confidence. That's so important. And yeah, I just put on, our team will provide all the links. We'll provide you instructions and education on how to manage it. We put it into your dashboard as a reference. We send it by email, and we talk to you about it on the phone. So remember, a lot of what we're doing here is education. So utilize that and understand that. So once again, really use us for that. We want to help you with that, and we'll help you get the right accounts. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I love doing these webinars. I really do. I'm doing webinars for like our groups, but I'm going to be doing a lot more as well just for our clients. I want to continue to give you guys everything possible. This is, I mean, I'm getting a little, how do I say, emotional here, but I am so excited about this year. 2019 is going to be a breakout year for Credilife. We've been growing our name, everything, our team, all that. And it's because we're helping people like you. We want to. So use us. Let us help you. There's so many different things that we can do. And it really comes down to communication, you know? And so we want to make sure it goes both ways and you give us that opportunity to help you. And we also understand that you're human. We all make mistakes. There's no judgment, judgment-free zone. It's like Planet Fitness here. You know what I mean? We're going to help you. We're going to hold you accountable, but there's no judgment. And everything we do is to help you. So thank you so much. Feedback is welcome. So I actually wanted to give you guys my personal information. You can call or text me anytime. I'm always working. I love what I do. I'm Monday through Saturday all the time. You can call or text me at 612-444-3426, 612-444-3426. Email me, jared@yourcredilife.com. My name is spelled a little bit different. It's JERRAD at yourcreditlife.com. Or if you want, just tag me on Credilife VIP Facebook. So would love to hear feedback if there's anything that you'd like to learn more about this program, because I really want to be doing a lot of these webinars for our clients. You know, I want to make sure on top of our coaching and everything else that we have, if I can continue to give you more, I definitely will do so. And so I'm here. I do this all for you. And it's all about your buying power. So thank you so much. Thank you, Valencia. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, everyone who joined me this evening. And I will send this out. I'll put this into our VIP for other people to watch that may have missed this. And thank you again. Have a wonderful evening. Have a great end of your week. And have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you soon.